Welcome home to the Sowder Team. Come on in.
Hey, I'm Jared Sowder, and this is Brett Sowder. We're with Remax Roots, and welcome to episode 5 of the Hard Hat series.
So we're here today to do a punch list, and a punch list is basically a cosmetic walkthrough of your new home. And this may be the very first time that you've been in your home and it actually looks like a new home, so it's a very exciting time. Every builder's a little bit different, but this is typically done, a few days ahead of your final walkthrough and your settlement. So a punch list is done with this particular builder, which is CS Jennings Construction in Frederick County, Virginia. They like to do their punch list after the final inspection with the county or the jurisdiction and after the house has been cleaned. And that's way it's easier for us to walk through and see what's here, because if there's dust and debris everywhere, you just really can't take a good look. So Jared has a great tip for you right now.
Yeah, so our tip would be to bring a roll of blue painter's tape, because this is going to be your best friend during this process. And it should be provided to you by the builder or the builder's rep, whoever is here doing the walkthrough with you. But just in case, definitely bring your own roll. And the reason for this would be to make notes of any imperfections you see. For example, in the kitchen, we've already found a scuff mark on the cabinets here. So we've made note of that. But some of the other big items would be paint touch-ups that need to be done, trim cracking that, when it was getting installed, maybe there was a chip taken out of it. So label that. A big one in the kitchen would be appliances. So here you can see the front of the fridge. It looks good, but definitely check the sides as well, because when they're pushing it back in here or when they're bringing it through the doors, it could get banged up. So just definitely make notes of those, because those are your big items. And so there's no such thing as a perfect home. So don't be afraid to label a lot of stuff, because like I said, there's no such thing as a perfect home, but we want to make sure it's up to workmanlike quality. So another tip we'd have for you would be to talk to your builder about lawn maintenance. So this particular yard has been sodded, but you can also have seed and straw, and they require different types of maintenance. So definitely have that conversation with your builder during the walkthrough. How to best keep up with your lawn, amount of watering, and if it needs fertilizer or anything like that. That way, when you are having your outdoor events, you can have a nice green yard.
So some builders during the punch list, they like to use that time to introduce you to your property. And by that I mean to show you some different features of the property and some of the functionality, such as how to utilize the thermostat, where your filters are so that they can be changed on a regular interval. They're going to want to show you main water shutoffs, water heaters, how to adjust those, a lot of the different features associated with the property. So this is a great time to have good conversations if you have questions about your property and how things work. This also may be, depending upon your builder, could be done at your final walkthrough, but a lot of builders like to do it during the punch list.
So at this point, we've made our way through the home and we have our blue tape everywhere. What's our next step?
So now that you've identified all the different areas that you feel like need to be corrected in your home, the builder has an opportunity to bring the subcontractors through and make those corrections. And those corrections typically would be done prior to settlement, or at least prior to your final walkthrough. And that final walkthrough would be done the day of settlement or maybe even the day before. So one last tip we're going to give you today is please make sure that you have your utilities on for the settlement date. Folks have very busy schedules and it's very easy to forget to do this. So we're going to remind you one more time at the punch list, let's go ahead and make sure those utilities are on for settlement.
Yeah, and there's nothing worse than closing on a brand new house and getting here and then it's just dark. So please get that taken care of. But that's going to be it for today. So please stay tuned for our next episode where we're covering final walkthroughs. And that's actually going to be the final episode of the Hard Hat series. So stay tuned and like, follow, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video.